We talk about best practices for charging. What do you do? See, I don't run lithium. I run AGM second battery. I've never run lithium in vehicle. So what do you do?
Right. I was real hesitant whenever I first got it, and I was talking to Hunter and Travis about it with the JY. I was nervous, because I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't want to mess this up. And I did some researching on my own, and I found out a lot of things about the lithium where I have people asking me, and I'm happy I know to tell them, where you don't really have to charge it. As long as it's around 30 to 50% state of charge, and you have it sitting on a shelf, it's gonna last longer that way than if you would keep it topped off, say 13.4 volts, 3.4 volts, or 3.2 volts per cell, whatever the lithium you have, and you keep it 100% charged like you would an AGM or wet cell, and that's what those batteries like, because if they don't, they start to desulfate, voltage starts to drop, they can go kapooey on you. You'll wonder why you
Right.
have a dead cell. Lithium, it's not really the same way. So whenever you want to charge it, I would charge it for when you're about to use the car. Say if the car's been sitting for like a week or two, you go check out your voltage, see how it's looking. If it's dropping a lot, put her on a charge. It's not going to kill it. But the whole point is you don't want to keep lithium on a trickle charge or just 100% state of charge 24/7, because what happens is you actually are keeping the cells inside the lithium excited at 100% full tilt boogie, and what happens is they just get tired quicker over time. So say if your lithium battery should last you 8 to 10 years, you keep that on a charger, it's going to last half that, because you're almost tiring out the cells before you even get to use them. Now, I'm not saying don't charge your lithium, because if you go down to like 0%, yes, you can, or 0% of the state of charge, then you
Right.
can have some damage just like any battery. But it's a little bit different with the charging. Now, say if you got AGM, wet cell, regular car battery, yeah, and if you're not going to drive it, definitely charge it. Keep it on a charger. The smart chargers are great. They have them at Walmart for like $80 or even cheaper. The DeWalt, Stanley, stuff like that. Once the voltage starts to drop, the charger ticks on, it gives a little bit of charge, gives a little bit of float, stuff like that. They do have lithium chargers. Now, hear me out. They have lithium chargers for lithium batteries, but what they do almost the same thing your phone does. When your phone charges, it goes up to 100% and then drops down to 99%, and then it starts charging again. It does that throughout the night when you're not paying attention. Now, the
Yeah.
same thing with the lithium ion batteries. They do the same thing. They don't stay at that 100%. They go down, they go up, whatever. Stuff like that. I know like the tip of the iceberg with lithium, but I know enough to feel comfortable to charge it, let my system sit. Voltage starts to drop, even on my test bench. I just put the JYHP40 on the test bench, and it's like, still sitting at 13.2, and that's perfect because that's 30% state of charge. 13.4 is 100%. So what I do sometimes, I just, drain it a little bit, get it down to 13.3. It's good. I don't want to keep it at 100%. Just,
Oh yeah, it's like back in the day with your cell phones or anything that had a lithium battery. You didn't want to opportunity charge it, because the battery would, back in the day, this doesn't happen now, but it would hold memory, and then you would get shorter battery life, and it'd be a big issue. But nowadays, like on lithium, you really don't. You can opportunity charge them well, but you don't need to keep them charged all the time. Just charge it when you need it. Charge it with the alternator, or if you're using it over the winter, charge it once, let it discharge quite a ways down, charge it again.
Absolutely.
Just
That's
keep track
funny you
of it.
bring those older batteries up. They're not the nickel batteries or the NIMH batteries, but I think it was the clad batteries
Yeah.
that had the memory cell problems, where if you charge it halfway and then you use it, and then that's all you got the next time, you got a 50% battery. It's like, where'd the other 50% go? And it's just because you didn't charge it right.
Right. Well, and then even at work, like we make forklift batteries is one of the type of batteries we make besides network. We were selling to a company that drove forklifts, and they opportunity charged all their stuff. So every time they got a chance, they would throw it on the charger. Well, our batteries aren't built to work like that, but the salespeople were selling them these batteries because they wanted this battery. We had the price they wanted, and they were going to sell it. And it was just warranty returns, because they were basically ruining the batteries. And there's points where, like, this is not the situation for you. We shouldn't have sold them that battery. But, a salesman's going to do what a salesman's going to do. And they'll let everybody else just deal with the repercussions of it.
hey, you're still getting paid at the end, but how far can you go with that?
Right, exactly. And how bad does it look when your stuff keeps breaking because it's not proper?
Yeah.